So Colts 2026 outlook, man. What are you looking to see in 2026? And we're gonna go ahead and ask the big question out the gate, man. Do
Shout out to
you want
Paul
Shane
Sue.
Steichens? Do you want Shane Steichen gone? Or you want Ballard gone, man? Let's go ahead, man.
I mean, it's obvious they both need to go. Let's be honest. Like Shane
Okay.
Steichen, his problem is that he's not a great play caller. Like his play calling skills when it comes down to the stretch, as far as 3rd and 2, 4th and 1, we're not giving the ball to Jonathan Taylor. Just point blank, simple. Ballard, he hit and missing with certain draft picks. Sometimes they work a couple of seasons and then they just fall off the map. Darius Leonard, the linebacker. That's a prime example. So I mean, as far as him, yeah, it's time for a fresh start. Just get everybody out, clean house. It's time to go.
Oh, whew.
And I'll
Rod,
tell you what, Shane
go
Steichen.
ahead, go ahead, Rod.
Listen, as someone who has a coach that likes to play it too cute, there's nothing more frustrating than when you have a 3rd and 2, a 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, like today's game. We have a 3rd and 2, and you run an end around. Why? Just hand the freaking ball off, man. What's wrong with
Analytics,
you?
analytics is
Overthinking.
killing the league. It's killing it. It's
Too cute,
killing it.
man. They try to be too cute.
Nah, they try to be too cute. So speaking to Chris Ballard, right? So these are just some of the people that he's drafted. He drafted Quentin Nelson. He drafted Jonathan Taylor. He drafted Michael Pittman. He drafted hold on, it's a couple of other people right here too. Let's see here. He drafted Grover Stewart and he drafted Darius Leonard. And when he was with the Chiefs, he drafted Travis Kelce, he drafted Marcus Peters, and he drafted Tyreek Hill. That it's hard to want to give up on a guy like that who has an obvious eye for talent, but at the same time, you can't be somewhere for this long and not produce a championship. Basically, especially at the quarterback, because these are the people that he's signed. He's the guy that went and when he got Carson Wentz. He's the guy that went and got the old Phillip Rivers before he retired. And Phillip Rivers was pretty darn good his last season before he retired. He didn't go out like a bum. So, but he just can't hit on the most important position that you have to hit on. And he's had chance after chance after chance. He tried to do it the cheap way, which is sign people. Then he tried to do it the Josh Allen way, which is try to get a freak. And then he tried to do it the cheap way again with getting a 44-year-old quarterback and
Well,
Joe
to his credit,
Flacco.
Daniel Jones was working for a while.
That true until it wasn't working because we got to remember Daniel Jones and I think your co-host said it on when we was on the pod last week. Daniel Jones was beating up on scrubs, man, and it's true he was. His first test was against the Chiefs, and he absolutely caught lemon booty, dog. I was so mad. I'm still mad at that game, dog. And that was like 5 weeks ago. I wanted to slap the ish out of Daniel Jones, and I'm not even a Colts fan. I could only imagine how y'all felt watching him shit the bed against the Colts that week. So, again, even his best version of trying to get something on the cheap, it only lasted so long. So, I could see why you would want a guy gone like that, right? It's like, on one part, we're all fans of these teams. We're all invested in these guys. We're all invested in what these teams are doing. So, you always want to balance, am I tripping or am I right? Sometimes both things could be true. Chris Ballard could be good at his job, but it also means that I'm right in saying I want this dude gone, bro. So,
Well, let me ask
what
you
do you
guys something
go ahead,
when it,
Rod?
when it
Go ahead,
comes to this
Rod.
conversation, because the interesting thing about this thing is you can bang the GM for the talent that you get, but who is the development on? That's on the coaches, no?
That's yeah, for sure.
You can draft the
Absolutely.
talent, but
No, to give Ballard credit though, he do bring in names, that do help the program. The problem is that, like you said, Rod, it is development. Like they don't develop their players good enough. Like and we got a kind of little bit of bad luck too because they get injured a lot. You know, guys that's supposed to be making impacts on the football team, man, they get hurt for long periods of time. So that kind of hurt it too.
Um, w- Going into next year, going the holistic look at the team. What do you want to see? What's the biggest thing you want to see differently done with your 2026 Colts?
I need to. I think they need to upgrade on the offensive line a little more.
Mm.
Um, give some depth on the defensive end. Um, develop some more linebackers. I mean, Franklin, he's decent, but you know, we need more young talent. We need speed too. You know,
Yeah, you need speed. You definitely need speed. That's something. And you know me, somebody who used to watch the Colts as a Patriot pseudo Patriot fan, and you guys always had those battles with the Patriots in the mid 2000s and stuff like that. One thing that you guys always had was you drafted for speed because you were in a dome. You guys were on a track. You always had fast players. You had fast cornerbacks. You had fast DNs. You had a very fast safety. You always invested in speed, and that's one of the things I've seen, which has been a shift culturally. When Ballard came there, Ballard came from he's an old school guy, which is I want big people. You're big, I want you on my team. If you're a big ass linebacker, I want you on my team. If you're a Zaire
hmm
Franklin, I want you on my team. If you're tall and you have length, if you are a 6'2" cornerback or 6'3" cornerback in Sauce Gardner, I want you on my team. So, but size doesn't only always come with speed, and that's one thing I've noticed about you guys. You guys are not fast. You guys have a good D coordinator who's maximizing what you guys have, but y'all ain't fast, man. Zaire be running like he got a piano on his back sometimes. Let's keep it. Let's call it being a bean, bro. I ain't gonna.
In
He's a good player.
molasses.
He's a good player, but he be running like he got a piano on his back from time to time. So I'm with you when it comes to speed. That's something I definitely think y'all should get back to. Like especially y'all in the dome, y'all on the track, bro. Go get these 4-4 dudes, 4-3 dudes, bro. Like blitz, run people out the gym. That's
they
what y'all
do
really should
got
be doing.
one. They do got one in downs. He's pretty fast. Pittman's pretty fast too, but uh,
But Pittman's fast. Like I think Pittman is on a 40-yard, and he is fast. He like I think he averages like 18 and 19 reception, but you don't really feel it all the time. Like
because he ain't a
right,
number one. That's why he
yeah,
ain't.
yeah. So if you a fast guy like Deshaun Jackson, I felt his speed every single game as an NFC East fan. Every single game I felt his speed. Like I always felt his speed. Brandon Cooks, I always felt his speed.
hmm
You feel me? Those guys where even if they don't catch the ball, you see them get open 2 or 3 times a game, 4 or 5 times a game. Like that's the kind of speed I'm talking about. Michael Pittman is if I put him on the track, he's gonna run fast. If he races people, he's gonna run fast. But it doesn't always translate. Same thing with Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy ran a 4.21 at the combine. You never feel his speed in the Chiefs game.
You
Never.
really don't. You really don't. He is fast, but you never feel it. You never. Yeah, it's true. You
You
never.
hmm
never feel it. Tyreek Hill? Oh, you feel it.
Oh, oh man, Tyreek is different. Tyreek
you
is different.
feel you feel that. So it's just
Shoom.
a zoom. You feel it. Jalen Waddle, you when he does actually do something in the goddamn game, you feel his
Bro,
speed.
but this is so off topic. I next season because the season's already over. I am not picking Waddle to score in any game. Fuck that.
Yo,
No
I had
way.
Bro, Waddle bust my ticket hilariously, bro.
Killed
I
my
had
ticket
him.
today. He killed
I
my
had him.
bro.
I had him for 4 receptions, dog. I think he got 0, bro. I don't think he got one today, bro. Like I'm
He had
just
like
like,
one
yo,
target, bro. He had like 2 targets.
y'all play fantasy?
I used to,
Anybody
but
play
no.
fantasy?
not anymore.
Here's the
Okay,
thing.
good,
Here's the
good.
thing. Me and Rod, we were fantasy, and trust me, I'm old school fantasy. When I play fantasy, do you know who was in the league? Priest Holmes was in the league, bro. Like that's how I was.
Dang,
I
Drew
was. I
Brees
was.
prime.
dang,
I was in
wow,
fantasy before
wow.
it was
Megatron.
like before there was different websites. You had to go on like forums to find the
NFL,
leagues and stuff.
Yahoo, and one
Right.
Yeah.
other site.
Wow,
Damn
So,
near.
that's a long time.
but when I started betting, I had to give up the fantasy, dog, because you can't have both. Because my player could be going against somebody on my ticket, and I need the money more than I need the points. I'm sorry, I'm broke. I need to get my money up. So,
Yeah, we all
so,
gamblers. It sound like we on this panel, huh? I already
so
know
yeah,
Rod. I already asked Rod. I heard.
Listen, man, I am comfortable in my degeneracy.
yeah,
Okay,
100%.
it is what it
One,
is.
Listen, funny story. Funny story. This is a little anecdote. Me and Rod and another homeboy, we went to Vegas like 3 years ago. The minute we got there, we said, "Oh, we can never live here. We can't live here. We can't live here."
I
Vegas
know.
got Vegas has alcohol, great food, and gambling. Where literally every place you look, there's somewhere to gamble. Dog, we put it. I tell people all the time, and I get the same reaction every time. We put in a ticket at a White Castle in Vegas, man. I can't live in Vegas, man. I can't do that, man.
Hey, don't forget about the TVs now where you can sit down and actually eat and enjoy
Oh
what you
my
watching and
god.
gambling on. Woo.
Oh my god. We went to what's
The
the
trap.
what we went to the Venetian. We went big TVs everywhere. I said, I can't live
Yeah.
here, dog. I can't. If I lived in Vegas, I'd be broke in 2 weeks, fam. 2 weeks minimum. Half
Like,
on
how much
food,
money you got?
half on food, half on tickets, bro. But that's neither here nor there, man. But let's go ahead and finish on a light note, man. We don't got to get too much doom and gloom, man. Let's go ahead and give your last thoughts on what you want to see, and then we're gonna go transition to the game that we're gonna play, man. So last thoughts on the Colts and whatever you got to say on them, my guy.
Well, I'm just gonna say this. I'm optimistic on the quarterback. I don't really see anybody starting but AR. So it looked like Richardson probably gonna end up starting because Daniel Jones is gonna be hurt, so he probably gonna miss half of the season. So
I'm tripping. Thank you for reminding me. That's actually
yeah.
something I actually wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about Anthony Richardson. So that's actually my next point. That EK, see, EK, man, you an executive producer, boy. You done saved me about a couple times already, my boy. Next discussion, man.
Sounds
Anthony
like I did this
Richardson.
before, huh?
Nah, right. Like you got your own show, aka the Let You Know podcast, right? Yeah.
shout out, shout out
Let
to
you
my
know.
members. Shout them
Let you
out. Shout
know,
them
man.
out.
Everybody go ahead and check out our man's EK's platform, Let You Know podcast
True
on YouTube. And
Blazer.
y'all can find the
Yep.
True Blazer in the chat. Everybody in the chat. Oh, round of applause for everybody in the chat.
All
You already know how
true.
we
Shout
do.
out. Shout out to you
You
too,
already know
bro.
how we do. So next
Hey, can I
discussion.
say
Go
can I
ahead.
say
For
something for
sure. The floor is yours. The
Let You
floor is
Know
yours, brother.
football and Let You Know podcast Tuesday football
Yes.
regular show Wednesday.
All right. So
NBA show
let's go
Fridays.
ahead and yeah, right.
Oh,
And let's
Friday.
what's
Oh,
Friday?
Foxhole, the
Man,
Foxhole.
Rod out here
You be
throwing
on
it.
it though. Hey, right.
Right,
Shout out
right,
to
right,
that, boy.
right.
Shout out to
Hey,
that,
hey,
Rod.
hey. Hold on,
Bro.
hold on. What it is? The Magic Johnson. Rod throw that pass, boy.
Or no, maybe it's the hook
Ain't
shot
no
in
look.
the
Ain't
final.
no look,
Maybe
man.
maybe it's the cream hook in the final.
All
Straight
right,
no look.
so let's talk about Anthony Richardson because that's the huge elephant in the room, right? We've talked about development. We talked about what it like. We talked about properly embracing and empowering quarterbacks, young quarterbacks. I know on our platform, we've had a conversation about Anthony Richardson, but when we was on your platform this past week, we said, and I made the point that it might be too late, a little too late. Some people need to change the scenery. I'm falling back from that because what it doesn't incentivize the Colts to let go of Anthony Richardson, and it doesn't incentivize Anthony Richardson to go try to find another team. Right? They both have something together, which is to see Anthony Richardson be his fully realized self. Right? So, as a Colts fan, what do you want to see from Anthony Richardson, and what do you want them to do with Anthony Richardson? Ek.
I mean, the same formula. Give it to Taylor and then use his abilities on play action, RPO. I mean, those type of plays that help him a lot. I mean, he doesn't have to be um, mad accurate. It's just that I mean he can be Philip Rivers but younger. I mean Philip
Yeah.
Rivers was doing it. I mean why can't Anthony Richard make them same throws? He can. He just got to get more comfortable in his own skin, and they got to believe in him too. I mean they got to give him a vote of confidence. Say hey, because why pick him in the fourth overall in the first round, and if you're not going to you're just going to throw him away to somebody else. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
speaking of that, so I actually did some research in regards to the orbital bone fracture, right? And this just speaks to the dysfunction and just this bad juju with both sides. the Colts are saying he still has limitation in his vision, which is why he hasn't been activated. Anthony Richardson said, I can see just fine. Right? Like they can't even agree on that. They can't even agree on that. And you don't know who to believe. You feel me? You got the side of a player always going to be super confident in himself, regardless of what he actually thinks is true or not. And then you got the Colts side, which you don't want to believe any team and any kind of organization because organizations are incentivized to manipulate the narrative and manipulate the media to always seem like they're on the right side. So these guys don't seem like they're gelling, and you need both sides to truly believe in each other. Anthony Richardson has to believe in the Colts. He has to believe in the coaching staff. He has to believe in the quarterback coach, the system, the plays, everything. The Colts have to believe in Anthony Richardson. Whatever y'all thought about him, if y'all think he sucks, even if y'all think he'll never get it, you got to throw that in the bed, bro. Because if he actually hits, like you said, Anthony Richardson can make the same throws that Phillip Rivers' old ass is making right now, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no way you could tell me that Anthony Richardson, if he is healthy, doesn't give you at minimum the same level of competency from Phillip Rivers, who's out here running into his own O lineman. Anthony Richardson can run into his own O lineman, dog. I'm sorry. He can do
Rafael,
that.
what's
And not
up?
only can he do that, he could run a freaking 4.3 or 4.4 at 245 pounds. And he could throw the ball 60 yards. He even if he's inaccurate, he still can force defenses to be way more honest than they are when they're playing Phillip Rivers. So they got to get it right, dog. Like this is ridiculous at this point.
And
We
and
have
and and,
go ahead.
and one thing I don't mean to cut you off, but one thing I want to add to it too. I mean, it's the element of him being able to run.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know, he's a big guy. I mean, when he was in the game and he was actually playing, he was scoring touchdowns like Josh Allen, like Jalen Hurts was on that goal line. You couldn't stop him. But again, his problem is he can't stay healthy. That's his number one goal is to stay healthy. If he can't stay healthy, then yeah, it's a wrap for him.
You know
Yeah,
the
this
crazy thing
game in
is,
particular.
I thought
Oh, go ahead, Rod. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say this just real quick. When I first watched Anthony Richardson, I was kind of hoping his baseline would be Cam Newton, right? Like I thought he would be that big, almost Superman like figure that could kind of, he could absorb those hits from defenders, but he had even more potential because of the arm talent, right? And and like Rafi, I mean, like P is saying Richardson's potential is why the Colts need a coach who can develop a player. It goes back to the point that we've been talking to this whole time.
Yeah.
What well the reason why the city is kind of like whatever with him is because when he decided he wanted to come out for that play, remember when he came out of that
Yeah.
play
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and
He
he
did the
said
tap
he
out.
was tired, that was it because we ain't never seen that before. So,
Yeah,
especially not in my lifetime, I ain't never heard no quarterback say, I know they be tired, but to say, I want to come out of a play because I'm tired, nah, man, not the
Yeah.
quarterback, man.
And the crazy
I feel
part
all
about
about
it is
that.
it was he got his ass like it was BTA on him. Like everybody was on his ass. Like everybody was on his ass. The media, the city, his own teammates. And it was a young quarterback who just did not understand, right? Like I'm a Florida fan, I'm a Gator fan, right? So I have a unique relationship with Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson, especially in college, especially in Florida, can't nobody tell Anthony Richardson nothing. Like, and he was a good kid. This ain't no bad kid. We talking about somebody who had a like 4.0 GPA. Like he's a good kid. Like he did his thing. But nobody ever told him at the NFL, you can't tap out. Like it never occurred to him. That's never like he's never ever had to deal with that situation until it happened. And that's why at first he was taken aback because he just did not understand that's unacceptable in the NFL. There are six people who cannot come out of a game. It is the left tackle, the right tackle, the left guard, the right guard, the center, and the quarterback. Those six people can't come out the game.
Nope.
The only time you come out the game is if you're hurt. That's it. Yeah. And that's why a lot of people, especially the offensive linemen, were mad. They're like, bro, my fat 300-pound ass is going against freaking Aaron Donald all day. I can't tap out. So you definitely can't tap out. But it speaks to youth. It speaks to lack of development. I might as well call this episode "We Ain't Developing These Dudes" podcast, bro. That's what we finna rename
Right.
it.
Well,
Because go ahead,
wait.
EK.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you finish your thought because I wanted to ask y'all a question too because it was a question that on my show that I wanted to ask y'all anyway. But it's good that we kind of talking about this, so I kind of want to ask y'all. But I'm gonna let you finish your sentence first, and then I'm
No,
gonna ask.
my thought is finished. It just speaks to teaching. Like it's not his fault that he didn't know. Like and that's why it was kind of unfair. And P's point, media drove that narrative with the tap out shit. That's the 100% the truth. Anything that the media sees gives traction, they're gonna ride it to death, and it's very
Mm-hmm.
disingenuous. And a lot of times it's downright evil in a sense because the media does not care about the people that it's affecting, i.e., Anthony Richardson, how that officially stains him. Like two things I've seen stain people for the rest of their lives, right? This potentially can stain Anthony Richardson if he doesn't ever grow up to be a fully realized version of himself. People are going to say that's a dude that tapped out. Cam Newton is a league MVP, and this man can't escape. You didn't fall for that ball,
Hmm.
right? Like
To
things
this day.
just because of the media, just because of the media. Once that media puts that on you, just because it makes them money, damn who it affects, damn how it ruins your reputation. They don't care. ESPN doesn't care. Fox Sports don't care about none of that. They got views and numbers and metrics to hit, right? And Anthony Richardson, I hope, doesn't ever truly let that define him. But the only way that it won't define him is if he is on the field, and he has to be healthy. Can't be no more freak weight band accidents. Can't be no more concussions because you don't know how to fall down instead of taking on a freaking 250-pound linebacker. Can't be no more you broke your shoulder because you're trying to go head up with defensive linemen on a goal line, dog. Like you have to learn how to protect yourself. You have to learn how to not get hit. You have to learn how to stay healthy. Staying healthy on the football field is a skill onto itself. Like Tom Brady played a lot of games. Peyton Manning, that you know, so we'll speak about Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning played a lot of games because Peyton Manning threw that football in the dirt if somebody came too fast, man. It's a
Yeah.
skill.
Yeah.
It's a skill. It's a skill. But go ahead and ask the question that you wanted to ask, EK, before we go ahead into the game of the
I
day.
mean, it was basically about are these coaches failing these players as far as development? I mean, besides just we see Anthony Richardson, but I'm just saying like a lot of college players we knew that should have made it to the NFL, but then for some reason they don't transition that well to the NFL. So I'm asking y'all,
Rod,
is they failing?
Rod, go ahead and repeat what you said on the Let You Know podcast in regards to what Brett Coleman said, how college and football have completely become two different sports now. If you want to
Oh, I
reiterate
mean,
that
I
point.
mean, I mean, dude. I mean, that's basically where we're at, right? When it comes down to it, when you look at the way the college game is played, even down to the rules, right? I mean, college players have a lot more space to work with, just the way that plays are designed. It's a different sport, which is why we often see a hard translation from the college quarterbacks to the NFL, which is why a lot of times teams are looking for guys who played in pro style offenses, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you want somebody who has some level of familiarity with how maybe the NFL likes to run an offense. So, but I
Yeah.
mean, the other part of it too, when you really think about it, and the nature and the evolution of the NFL game, I think what we will start to see is more and more of some of these younger and new coaches implement more RPO stuff, implement more things that you see in colleges in an NFL kind of way to help transition these guys, much like Washington did for Jaden Daniels his first season.
So I want to go ahead with the homie said right here. Ted said college basketball and NBA is totally different in a sense, but for different reasons. College basketball and the NBA is different because of athleticism. the dudes are just not athletic enough, and they're not skilled enough, quite frankly, bro. Like I can't. College basketball is unwatchable, dog. Dudes is missing layups, man. Wide open layups routinely in college basketball. I can't do it. But that's the reason why it's different. It's a lot more zone based, and there's a lot center driven in college basketball because a lot of these dudes can't shoot. But the difference between college football and NFL is like it really is a different game, which is why this batch of quarterbacks that are potentially going to get in the league, I mean, god damn they ass, bruh. Like Clay Klubnik, the dude from LSU, Lenore Sellers, like these are not professional quarterbacks yet, bro. Like they're not because they're not
And you,
asked to do things that
Even
professional
even
quarterbacks
even
are
when
asked
you
to
look at
do.
Mendoza and Moore, who are the top, maybe the top two, everybody's favorite from this draft. Like if you put them in previous drafts, do you think they go above some of the guys that have been picked?
No, like shout out to
no.
Johnny Manziel for keeping it a buck, right? People would call it Johnny Manziel a hater for what he said, but it's the truth. Johnny Manziel said, "Bro, a fade route and a fade route is a Heisman moment now. What we doing, man? What is this?"
I mean, you got to think about it like this. If you a freshman quarterback, say you and Herb or Herb and Rob, y'all the two freshman quarterbacks coming in. Y'all, you the number one, he the number two. The number one, you playing all 4 years at a prestigious school. Rod, you might transfer here, you might transfer there, you might be at another school at your last year. The thing about it is, these kids they don't help themselves either by transferring because they're not developing themselves either, and they going through these offenses. That's what some of these backup quarterbacks is doing. That's why you see quarterbacks be in one place and then you see them in another place. It's like,
Well,
it's all. Go ahead, go ahead.
no, not to cut you off, but I I have a lot of thoughts. It's a long podcast. What we gonna do? We'll save that
Okay,
conversation because
okay.
I don't. We gonna have you on in the off season, so we'll have that.
Absolutely.
I just say
Absolutely.
I disagree, but I agree at the same time
Okay.
because you're
All right.
right. Transferring does not help you because you're learning all these different systems at the same time. But the flip side to it is a lot of those dudes ain't gonna make it to the NFL anyway. So get your money, bro.
Uh, hey, that's basically what it is. I mean,
Yeah,
you might as well because if you think about it, if you're a college coach, you got to think about trying to win and
yeah.
then trying to develop him in season, and he don't even know an offense. So it's crazy. It's
It's
crazy.
crazy. It's crazy.